Perfect. What's going on, everybody? For those of you guys that do not know me, that are new to the team, welcome to iMarkets Live. Welcome to the 1% movement, and welcome to becoming an investor. My name is Christian Jewkes. I'm 24 years old, and I'm over here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I'm excited tonight because our Wednesday night call is normally focused specifically on trading, and it's normally focused specifically on how we can, catch more pips, how we can go out and increase more profit. But I have some big hitters on here tonight that are some special guests that are going to be speaking, not from theory, not from a book. They're not going to be speaking from a place of this could happen or this might happen or this is a goal or this is a dream. They're going to be speaking from a position of strength that they've already done it. Whatever goal or dream that you want to hit here at iMarkets Live, whether it's a trader, whether it's a builder, or whether it's someone who falls in the middle and who's able to do both. I'm about to introduce someone that I've actually grown really, really close to over the past few months. Him and I connect. We're actually working together on something really excited for IML. And he's been in the industry now, I think, over 10 years, has a phenomenal family out in Salt Lake, Utah, and he's hopping on here to share kind of his story, his insight, and he's going to be introducing actually a product creator and innovator for iMarkets Live. And so for those of you guys that don't know this man, he's known as a Chairman 100, but more than his position or his title, it's his work ethic, it's his heart, it's who he is. He's created probably 95% of the tools this company has, including the corporate app, including your pin post, including every video that you've probably ever shared in IML. And so without further ado, I'm so grateful to have someone like Mr. Brandon Boyd on tonight's call. Brandon, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me, Christian?
I can hear you loud and clear, my man. Take it away.
Can you hear me on your end? Okay. Excited to be part of this call. I'm pumped. In about 19 years. I've been free from a job since 2004, so it's been about 14 years ago. I last had to work for somebody. I've been able to, with my wife, raise 6 children. Why you got so many kids? How come you got such a big family? Tell people you got a lot of time on your hands. You know what I'm saying? And so I got to. It's now been over 2 years since I've been part of the company, growing. I've got teams in 60 countries, over 12,000 people around the globe on my team who are actually doing this. So I think the thing that's been the greatest is just seeing how so many people are actually winning. I've been part of companies where I was winning and maybe a handful of other guys or gals, but then nobody else was winning. And so it's like, dang, I just wish our people could make more money. I thought it was the training. I thought maybe it's the comp plan, the products and stuff. And sometimes the opportunity is just not really there for people to succeed. Well, you have it here at iMarkets Live. And so what we want to focus on tonight is the web analyzer. I'm going to bring on Stephen Hooley here in just a second. But I do want to tell you, as we came out with a web analyzer a few months ago, and by the way, the product itself is not brand new. It's been developed for quite some time. But I will tell you this, and I never give favoritism towards any product. We got swipe trades, we've got a harmonic scanner, we've got the Academy TV. What I will say is this: the web analyzer has created more testimonials than any product since I've been here. All right, we got almost 40,000 people already on the web analyzer Facebook page. So if you're not there, go to search and type IML Web Analyzer. Request to be added to the group. It's got everything in it. It's got the trainings, the recordings, testimonials, and those kind of things. Very powerful. This product is making people money, period. It's amazing. I get 0 complaints, 0 on the web analyzer. And so it's just been something that has been phenomenal. So I'm going to step out of the way of greatness. We got Stephen Hooley, the creator of the web analyzer, who is on here tonight. And him and I have become great friends, business partners. He's just done a tremendous job. He is a selfless, unselfish leader. And he is willing literally to dedicate any amount of hours every day to help you guys win. I mean, you just don't get that a lot, And so I want you to know, Stephen is completely dedicated to helping you guys win with this product. And you can literally use this guy as much as you need to. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Stephen Hooley, the creator of the Web and Crypto Analyzer on the call. Steve, are you out there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. Take it over, brother.
Awesome. So thank you guys for having me, and thank you, Brandon. I just want to share. It's kind of interesting. Christian, Jewkes, and I and Josh, we all met randomly. So I went to Vegas on a business trip. I just want to share this cool story with you guys. I went to Vegas on a business trip. Completely had nothing to do with Josh and Christian. We didn't even know each other. In fact, I think these guys were, doing some other business ventures. And so I happened to figure out that one of my buddies, Ryan, was doing some trainings or some networking with Christian and Josh. And so Ryan invites me. He's like, "Hey, come over. It's no big deal. Come meet these guys. They're really cool." So I go over and meet them, and I can say hands down, you've got leaders like no other. Me, like when I was listening to Christian and Josh and some of the others speak, I was blown away. I mean, we're all about the same age, believe it or not. Me and Christian and Josh, we're all about the same age. And their level of understanding of the network marketing industry, their level of competence, their mindset was honestly freaking amazing. And we instantly became friends that night. Literally, we instantly became friends. We've kept up with each other ever since. They're phenomenal people. So I just want to say, I'll lead into the Web Analyzer, but I just want to say, love you guys. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much for having me. But yeah, so Web Analyzer, that's what we're here for, right? What is the Web Analyzer? I'm gonna keep this relatively short, maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes, because my goal here is for those of you who don't know what the Web Analyzer is, I want you to know. For those of you who don't know how the Web Analyzer can help you, I want you to know. For those of you who might be on the fence, I want to take you off the fence, and I want you to start making money and having some success, right? So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. Now, after this call, we'll schedule a second call with one of our many strategists, and I'll explain what strategists are and how that all works. We're going to schedule a second call with one of our many strategists to come on and break things down even further for you guys. So this is more of an introductory level. I'm going to give you all the tools and starting materials necessary to get going. So with that being said, let's actually do that. Now, for those of you who have never touched the Web Analyzer, just put a 1 in the chat so I can kind of get an idea of who we've got on the call. And it's okay. Yeah, I see we got one person, a couple of people. Okay, so we've got some new people. This is good. This is good. So the first thing I want you to know, and I'm going to answer this question as a starting point because it's a question we get all the time. Steven, what's the difference between Web Analyzer, Harmonic Scanner, and swipe trades? Why do I need any one of these things? How do they differ? What are their uses, right? So that's a good opening point because I guarantee at some point your prospects are going to ask it. Well, why do I need the Web Analyzer? Can't I just use the Harmonic Scanner? Well, no, absolutely not, because the Harmonic Scanner is its own tool. Swipe trades is its own tool, right? So let me explain to you really quickly how the Harmonic Scanner works. It's an amazing, phenomenal piece of software that Christopher Terry, our amazing CEO, created, okay? It scans only for harmonic patterns, and it's going to give you all the numbers you punch in, and that's it. That's all it does. It's amazing. It's going to give you the signals, all the numbers, and it's only looking for patterns. And if you don't know what harmonics is, don't worry about it. It's just patterns. It's triangles and stuff in the market, okay? Swipe trades is its own beast. Swipe trades is a signals platform, a copy and paste platform, okay? You're going to get trade setups from all these different guys, okay, or traders sending out the signals, and you can just copy and paste those. Genius idea if you think about it. Borrowing from Tinder and turning that into a trading app, that's freaking genius, right? So where the Web Analyzer enters into the space is the Web Analyzer is something that finds you high probability entry points in the market. It does all the legwork for you, right? Because as you spend time in this company, whether you're new or experienced, you're going to figure out quickly you don't like charting that much unless you're one of the rare few who actually likes to do chart markups. And even if you like chart markups, you probably don't like wasting the time because let's be really honest here, okay? I'm a pretty honest guy. Josh and Christian know this. I'm professional, but I'm honest, right? So let's be real here, guys. You're here to make money. You're here for time freedom, not just money freedom, right? You're not just here for monetary freedom. You're here because you understand the true freedom that residuals bring you in network marketing. You're here because you understand the tools and how powerful the tools are, right? So with that being said, if you were handed a bunch of money in residuals with no time, you're not going to like that. If you were handed a bunch of tools with no time to actually use them and make money, or use the money you just made, you're not going to like that. So either way, guys, you're going to need a tool that takes care of the charting for you. Now, the web analyzer, just a sec, guys. I gotta give my son a little hug. Come here, buddy. Okay, I love you. Go with mom. Sorry about that. Father, can't escape it. Wouldn't want to escape it, but
Steven, I know what that's all about. I got 6 kids, and they're always coming in, Dad, 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 and I'm like, not now, son.
Yeah. He just needed a little hug before he goes to the store. So, anyways, continuing on that note, guys, you're here for time freedom and money freedom. So, with the harmonic scanner, you don't have to chart, right? With the swipe trades, you don't have to chart. With the web analyzer, you don't have to chart. So again, where's the difference, right? Well, number one, the web analyzer isn't going to give you a full signal like swipe trades. It doesn't focus on harmonics. So what use is it, right? That's a great question. The use case comes from empowering you. You see, with the harmonic scanner and swipe trades, for as amazing as they can be, you always want to diversify your tools and portfolios, one, right? But number two, they're black and white. It's a one size fits all. No matter who you are as a trader, whether you like risk, whether you're conservative, whether you like scalping, swing trading, it doesn't matter. Those tools are black and white. They just give you the numbers, and then you can do whatever you want with them. So let me paint a picture for you. What if you could be your own swipe trades? What if you could be your own harmonic scanner even? What if you could be told, hey, look here in the market. This is a really good spot to look. And then you could use a tailored strategy fit to your personality to custom tailor your trading experience. Wouldn't that sound a little better? That's what we focus on with the web analyzer. We've got over 12 strategies created by our strategists that I mentioned earlier. Over 12 strategies. And people often ask, well, why? Why can't you just use one strategy? Well, why can't you be a swing trader if you're a scalper? Because you don't want to. You want something tailored to you, right? You want to feel comfortable when you're trading. You want to boost your probability. You want to have more accuracy. You want to make money. And often in trading, what I found, in my personal opinion, what it comes down to is what you're comfortable with. Where can you keep your mind logical? Where can you stay away from emotions? For some people, they'll never touch scalping because it gets them too emotional. For some people, they'll never touch swing trading because they're not patient enough, right? So whoever you are, the point I'm making is whoever you are, whether you're a marketer, a builder, a trader, whoever you are, we've got a strategy for you. We've got the ecosystem for you. And we have a powerhouse product here because you don't just get the product, right? You get the support community. You get all the tools we include with it. You get the leadership. We literally have, for those of you who are builders on here, let me walk you through something. How cool would it be to plug and play your prospects in and not necessarily forget about them, because we don't want to forget about our people, right? But what if you could have an ecosystem that would just kind of naturally take care of them and it just turns into management for you? Wouldn't that be cool? Well, we have that. We have that. So literally with the web analyzer, let's walk through a little scenario, right? Let's say you get a prospect and you're talking to him and he's asking what you're doing and you tell him about iMarkets Live and you're like, hey, let me show you this thing real quick. Maybe you don't even have results yet. That's okay. We've got a Facebook group where 37,000 people are in there, 37,000, and all they do all day long is post either questions or their success with the software. And on the rare occasion, and this is honest and truthful, anybody can check this group out, it's public. On the rare occasion somebody loses, do you know what happens? An army of people come and swarm that post with positivity, with building them up. Josh can confirm this. He's in the group. I think Christian can too, right? People swarm that person and they say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what you can try. Try this. That's the perfect ecosystem. So not only can they get help and support, but they'll get help and support, not just from me, everybody, the whole entire group, right? So that's a really cool thing. Then to take it a step further, I've got a step-by-step list to plug a prospect into. So they could know nothing about Forex, nothing about the web analyzer, nothing about how to open a demo account, nothing about anything. You give them a link, and step by step, I will walk them through everything they need to do to actually get on the product. One of those key points includes, and you're gonna like this for you builders, one of those key points includes getting them on iMarkets Live TV, which is included in their subscription. Why? Because we have 5 educators in English and Spanish, and we're expanding. 5 educators who teach different styles with the web analyzer, number 1, who teach all week, number 2, and not only do they teach your prospects how to use the web analyzer, but they live trade. So imagine you walk through this whole scenario, you get this person signed up, you put them in the group, you give them this step-by-step guide, which tells them all these things they need to do, including, hey, hop on these sessions and come make money with our educators. Is that not one of the most perfect systems for enrolling? We did this on purpose. Me and Brandon set this up on purpose. Brandon's a huge builder. You guys already know this. I'm a systems guy. I'm a developer. I'm a tech guy. So we married all the concepts we could to make this as easy as possible. For you customers, for you traders, we literally have this down to a science, okay? You use the software, you tailor your experience with the strategy of your choice. It's as simple as you get a setup, you decide within 30 seconds to a minute what you're gonna do with it based on your strategy, and your strategy will tell you everything. What your stop loss and take profit's gonna be, where you're gonna enter in the market, what time of day are you gonna enter in the market, which pairs are you gonna use, everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. So it really can't get much easier, honestly, without losing the empowerment factor. Because as amazing as swipe trades is, what happens when there's an inconsistent week? It happens. Those guys are human, man. They're human. They can't perform 100% all the time, but it's still kind of a bummer, right? We all want to just make money. So why not diversify? Use your swipe trades if that's what you like. Use your harmonic scanner if that's what you like, but then bring in a platform literally that makes Wall Street in your home. It brings Wall Street to your home. It makes trading pretty much as easy as it's going to get. We have thousands of people literally who rant and rave about this. You can check this out in the Facebook group. They rant and rave all day long. We don't have problems like Brandon said. You know what our number one problem is? Questions. People just have questions. Josh sees this all day long. I've seen him like some of the posts and everything. Like, we just get questions, man. That's not bad. I love that. I love that. So we have a powerhouse product here. Let me actually show you the product so that on this video, you can actually see it. And I'll break down the software and features. It is serious value. I can see the chat going. It's very serious value. Me and Brandon Boyd are serious about literally providing you with, we can't say the Holy Grail because it's not the Holy Grail, but providing with you with something that's so valuable that you would never not want to use it. I literally want to give you, your prospects, no excuse not to use this product. And I will do everything possible, and I am. So let's show you the product and actually show you what I'm even talking about, especially because this is recorded. So we want people to be able to see, right? So you log in here on the screen with your regular IML login, okay? Your back office login. You just need to make sure that you go to your back office, manage products, and then add the web analyzer as one of your products. It is an add-on like swipe trades. So you have to make sure to add it or you won't be able to log in. But once you log in, you're gonna see this interface. Now, the first thing that you're gonna see is it's gonna ask you, it's gonna have a pop-up with a strategy template. It's gonna tell you, hey, you need to apply a strategy template. Now, when I mentioned the strategies earlier, I specifically said we have multiple strategists, right? So when you come here to apply a strategy template, you can choose. You might have heard of David's 4 rules, Bella Granville, Lee Allen. Lee Allen just came out with her money flow strategy, okay? And then we've got Johnny B. We've got all these strategies, okay? And so you apply a template. That's the first thing you do. And then from there, what that does is applies the necessary indicators and everything on the software. It configures the whole software to utilize your strategy. And I work with the strategist to make sure the programming is all there for them, okay? The next thing you do is pay attention to this column right here. This is your setups, okay? This is where the market is saying, hey, there's this market event here. There's this thing happening in the market here. You need to look, okay? And then consider that it's either bearish or bullish. For those of you who don't know what that means, bearish, you'd be looking for a sell, and bullish, you'd be looking for a buy. And I won't go too much further into that because we have so much education in the IML Academy that you're definitely going to want to utilize that. But you're going to look at these setups. It's going to tell you, hey, there's Euro JPY, right? So we click on this and we open it up. Okay, we can see the chart. Then we use our strategy. We can see what time it was called and what price level it referenced. Okay. Then we use our strategy and we say, oh, what does this look like? 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 The strategy tells you everything, like I mentioned earlier, that you need to know to enter and exit the trade, everything. And you'll follow the strategists and their teachings and what they do for maximum success, okay? Everything else you see on here is extra features, okay? The one thing I want you to focus on while you get started is picking the correct strategy that fits you, and then take the calls, take the setups, and practice, okay? That's the number one thing I want you to focus on. And then we're gonna have strategists come in and teach you, break down those strategies and everything. So who has questions so far? Because we want to make sure we answer all the questions possible, whether it's from a marketing standpoint, a trading standpoint, a software use standpoint, no matter what it is. You can type the questions in the chat if you like. No questions? Oh, there we go. How do you find your strategy? So that's a great question. Exactly. Which strategy is best to start with? If you don't know, start with David's 4 rules. It's the easier one to start with. It fits a broad range of people and people love it. Plus people love David. He's got high energy. You know, he loves pumping you up, and he's the money magnet guy, right? So he screams, I am a money magnet. He loves that. And it gets you all excited and attracting money to yourself. So let me show you where to find the strategies, okay? So you can either click this link where it says stop loss and take profit, or you can click this little EDU cap right here. So if you click the EDU cap, it'll bring up a window with the strategies. Let me share the full screen so it'll show the pop-up windows. Okay, so right here, you click right here on stop loss and take profit, and that'll pop up a window with a YouTube playlist that we update all the time. So we literally update this all the time. We've got 34 videos in English and multiple videos in other languages, okay? So the sheriff strategy is one of the newer strategies that's become really popular. You're welcome to try that out. Money flow is a brand new strategy that Lee Allen came out with, and she teaches on IML TV, okay? And then David's 4 rules is pretty much the #1 most popular strategy, and everybody loves it. David's on IML TV, so you can catch his sessions as well. But that's where you find the strategies. Let's pull up David's IML TV schedule so you guys can see. All right, so you'll scroll down all the way to the bottom, click Web Analyzer, click your language. So this is David's schedule right here. And then he actually does a talk show on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he does a talk show and he does some other things, but these are his primary times. No, so this software is not a combination of harmonic scanner and swipe trades. This is a completely separate product, a completely separate software. I just get the question a lot, what is the difference between these 3 softwares, right? What is the difference between these 3 products? So I'm breaking down your use cases. A lot of people like swipe trades, but they get frustrated with the inconsistencies sometimes. And the traders are only human, right? So they can only do so good for so long. And then, you know, they have a little performance dip and they bounce right back. But in those dips, you can use the Web Analyzer most people who end up using Web Analyzer, they don't go back. They don't end up using many other products because once they get it down, they fall in love. That the majority of people who we survey and talk to, literally when I run a survey, it's 94% positive. 94%. And the 6% that's not positive is basically people saying, hey, I still need training. I don't fully understand. That's it. I actually don't, I don't know Sheriff's story. But I do know that we can have him on here. So we can do another call, get Sheriff on here and record him. He's absolutely loves to jump on webinars. So we'll grab him. What other questions do we have, guys? Christian, Josh, is there anything specific you guys want me to touch on? Any specific features you want me to go over? Any specific concepts? Anything at all?
No, I think this is great, Stephen. I think if you could just maybe show a lot of the new traders, maybe just, you know, the most common pairs that you see the newest people going towards.
Yes.
You know, using the pairs, because it's important that when you're starting off trading that you focus on 2 to 3 pairs, understanding how those markets move, different things like that. So if you could touch on the different pairs, the Web Analyzer, and how they combine.
So you're actually going to love this, and this answer is going to be really short. I've handpicked only the pairs that are decent volatility and decent for new people. And we have an advanced mode coming out for pairs like GBP, JPY, and gold that newbies should stay away from, in my opinion. So every pair you see is actually handpicked for decent volatility, decent for newbies. It's going to move. It's going to be decent to trade. It's all of these setups and all of these pairs will work on every strategy unless the strategy specifically says otherwise. So you actually don't need to worry. My goal is to walk you into this software and literally make it so you don't have to worry about hardly anything. So literally, that's why I said what I want you guys to focus on, get in the software. To start, try Davin's 4 rules. We'll get Davin on a webinar. I'll schedule something with Christian. Start with Davin's 4 rules. I'll give Christian all the links, the get started link that'll walk you through step by step. It's super simple. It's not that many steps either. And then you can practice on a demo account or whatever you want. And then we'll do a follow-up call, like I said, with Davin, so you guys can ask questions and everything. So Brittany says, how long do you find it takes someone to understand a strategy? It is definitely different for everyone, but on average, I would say the majority of people pick it up within about a week. If I'm taking averages, there's of course fast people who pick it up the same night. There's people that take a few months, but what I'm seeing in the group is most people are picking it up within about a week, give or take. And so that's actually not that much time. If you think about it, you can have yourself or a customer hop on this product, hop on an IML TV session, get a little bit of education on it, watch a couple of videos, or skip understanding it entirely and just live trade with IML TV. That's the other nice thing. You don't even have to learn it if you don't want to. You can just take the setups along with the educators. That's an option. Yeah, that's another thing I should mention. So with your Web Analyzer, you actually get the Crypto Analyzer free. We announced this at the Rise convention for those who missed it. You get the Web Analyzer 100 or the Crypto Analyzer 100% free. It comes with your Web Analyzer. And to activate that, all you need to do is click this button right here. The calls switch over. Boom. You're now analyzing cryptocurrencies. And you can do this all day long. This software produces about 50 to 80 setups a day. Okay, so even if you took 10 of those setups, just 10, depending on how you trade, your style, your lot sizing, your risk, etc., will depend on your what you might make, what you might potentially make. But 30 to 80 setups a day, it's ridiculous. The snapback strategy, so Alec in the group is mentioning how easy the snapback strategy is. The snapback strategy works really well on this. So Alec, do you use the snapback strategy with the Crypto Analyzer? That's awesome. So Alex says, yes, yeah. So we've got a user on here who already uses that. That's amazing. The web analyzer is not part of the platinum package. It's part of the platinum elite package, or it's just an add-on to the platinum package. Pretty simple. If you think about it, this software costs 50 cents a day. That's $15 a month. You can't tell me that you don't spend more than that at McDonald's or your favorite food restaurant. And this is something I tell people all the time. This is the hottest product in the company, confirmed by multiple leaders, right? We won't give names because we don't want to ruffle any feathers. This has become the hottest product in the company purely because we care enough to make it the perfect product in every way that we can. Swipe Trades is an amazing, genius product. And don't get me wrong, when the new features come out on that, dude, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be so insane. Those new features, I'm looking forward to them. I'm a product creator and I'm excited to be using the new version of Swipe Trades. It's going to be phenomenal. But both products are, and when it comes to the web analyzer and the harmonic scanner, which one is better? It depends. Let me break something down for you real quick before we end this call. If you want black and white, all the numbers done for you, there's no wiggle room, there's no empowerment. You just want it all handed to you. Use the harmonic scanner, hands down. Its consistency varies depending on market conditions. So you may need to find other things to supplement and make sure that you filter the calls. But if you need black and white, just give me the numbers. The harmonic scanner's for you. If you're a person who says, hey, give me a good, decent place to look at the market, then let me use a really simple strategy. This is the thing. When you use the web analyzer, you have tons of guidance. You have tons of training. You have tons of tools at your disposal. But what it is also is subjective. It's not black and white like the harmonic scanner, right? So you're going to say, okay, give me the point I should look at in the market. Let me use a really simple strategy to figure out my own numbers. And then I'm going to take the rest from there. What this does is a couple of different things. The magic of the web analyzer, in my opinion, really comes down to the psychology I programmed into the software. Now, let me talk about what I mean by psychology, because it's not the algorithm. I didn't program psychology into an algorithm, okay? That's not how it went. The magic comes from the user experience. That's where the psychology is programmed. Picture this way, okay? If I give you guys a signal right now and you lose money, what's your natural gut reaction? You're not going to be happy with me. No one's going to be happy. You may not be so mad at me that you're going to like hate me forever. You might just be like, ah, crap, dang it, Steven, I lost money. Or you may be like, you may hold a grudge. Who knows? So like people are different, right? The point is, you're not going to be happy with it. So what happens to humans? Just think about this with me. What happens to humans when we place a little bit of pressure on you, right? When we place a little bit of pressure on you and you have to perform for yourself, you can't blame anyone else. You can't do anything other than rely on yourself and your own abilities. Did you know it's natural human tendency, and it's proven in science, that we excel, we perform faster, harder, and better when we have to rely on ourselves, when we can't blame anyone else, when it's up to us. That is how the web analyzer operates. I'm not going to give you a stop loss and take profit. The software is not going to give you a stop loss and take profit. We're just going to make it really easy for you to get your own numbers, for you to know when to enter and when to exit. We make it dead simple. Davin's 4 rules is literally 4 freaking rules. 4 freaking rules. You can't tell me you can't follow 4 rules, because my son who's 4 can follow 4 rules. In fact, Brandon can confirm this. Brandon, we actually had a couple of users tell us that kids have used this software, right? So if a kid can use it, why can't you, right? Why can't you? There's no reason why you can't, okay? So simple rules, you follow the simple rules, and that's it. It's that easy. It really is. We have kids using it. We have old grandmas using this, and they use it successfully. They post about it. If you go dig through that Facebook group, you will find these posts of old people, young people, no kids though. I'm grateful that kids don't have Facebooks and aren't posting in the group. That I don't like that, but because I'm a parent. But either way, guys, it's phenomenal. It's very different. If you want black and white, go with the harmonic scanner. If you want to empower yourself and capitalize on that subjectivity, capitalize on that natural psychology that makes yourself perform, use a web analyzer. We really couldn't make it much easier than the ecosystem we've created. The 4 rules is a strategy. So when I showed you earlier, we've got a question in there. When I showed you earlier how to get to the strategies, this is recorded, so you'll be able to go back and walk through. You'll go to the 4 rules video and you'll watch that. Yeah, so someone said it's like saying you don't need IML TV because you have IML Academy. You need IML Academy and you need IML TV, right? You need both. So either way, you guys, I just want to say one last thing. Give the web analyzer a shot, and I'll make you this promise, okay? I'll make you this promise. Give it a shot, and if you have any question, you come reach out to me, and I'll answer your questions personally, okay? With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end here. I'm going to turn it back over to Christian, and I just want to say thank you so much for you guys for having me.
Awesome, Steven, man. I really, really appreciate you, dude, for hopping on here. Just so grateful for your time, dude, and for someone – obviously with your expertise, that's been able to not just go out and see success from the product, but actually create and integrate the product. Just so grateful for you. And so I was going to kind of close up here. And that story, man, it's so cool how we met. We had nothing to do with business. We were helping each other at all. And so it's so crazy looking back, throwing down at a mastermind in Vegas. And, this guy comes to me afterwards. He goes, I like what you said there. And we start talking about the law of success and vibrating higher. And he goes, I program stuff. I go, I get people excited. He goes, we can do something together. I said, I think so.
Do you remember when we made Brittany a little upset because she wanted to go to sleep? Brittany's smiling right now. She wanted to go to sleep, and we were like, no, let's talk. And we all go out, and Brittany's like, no.
Brittany kept on coming over to me and giving me the look and being like, yo, you need a boy.
Yeah, he's like, get him out of here.
3 years in the making, so now she knows what's going to happen. When we hit Vegas, it's 4 a.m. masterminds, and so I'm grateful for you.
Right.
So, we'll look at your schedule every single Wednesday. We have a focus call on specific trading and what we can do, and so we'll do round 2. He'll bring on another special guest, but we had a guy who stayed on here, and when you get most top leaders on a call, especially a special guest, especially hopping on to edify or say something, they're in, they're out because they're on their calls or doing stuff, and that's cool and that's fine. But guys, we've had someone that stayed on the call now for over 39 minutes that was on here. That I don't want to hype him up too much because it's not about money or income or success. But the dude's a chairman 100 for a reason. He's on here right now, and his integrity. When you get to know him, his faith, his spirituality. Look at his physical life. Look at his family life. Look at his spiritual life. Look all the way across the board. This is someone in all 6 areas of life I look up to and have now for over 5 years as an entrepreneur. And he's on here right now. And Steven talked about the importance of mindset when you're using the web analyzer, but also when you're building this business. And Brandon has his Monday motivation calls, these mindset calls. And so Brandon, could you just touch on, while we have your time, man, a little bit about the importance of a mindset as a trader and as a builder, because you see ridiculous amounts of 6-figure monthly success doing both.
Yeah, absolutely. And first of all, I've stayed on because I always tell people I start what I finish. That's the problem with most people. That's the start of what I want to talk about because, people, they get on, they hop off, they're on for 5 minutes or whatever. But whatever I start, commit to, I finish. And if you guys want to, really the mindset to me is the most important thing because, even what Steven talked about tonight, I can tell you right now, you could erase everything Steven has said if you don't have the right mindset, because you could have the greatest products in the world, the greatest leadership, the best compensation plan. But if you don't have your mindset where it needs to be, you're not going to have success. A guy told me today, we're in the right place, the right time, with the right people. And I said, people have been saying that for years. What I believe is you got to become the right person so that you can be at the right place, the right time with the right people. Does that make sense? Because then you're not going to see it. You're not even going to notice it because you're not the right person. I tell people every day when I do the morning motivation, the daily personal development is not an option. If you want to be successful as a trader or as a builder or as, a father, mother, wife, whatever, you've got to have daily personal development. You got to do it. That's what's going to set the tone for your day, your weeks, your months, and your years. And you got to focus on where you're going, not your current circumstances, because look, people have literally invested emotionally into their circumstances. I mean, they're all up in their feelings. They believe their feelings. They believe in their circumstances, and therefore they continue to create those things in their life. So focus on where you're going to, not what you're going through. All of us have challenges. We all got problems. We all have things that are going on that are frustrating, right? But the reality is you can't have the rainbows without the rain. And, the rain falls on the just and the unjust. We got to focus on the goal of where we're actually going to go. We got to focus on developing the right habits, not results. And you're probably thinking, I thought we were supposed to focus on, like, some people are, I'm going chairman, I'm going chairman, I'm going chairman, right? Well, why not focus on creating the right habits to go chairman? Stop focus, I'm going chairman 10, I'm going chairman 25. Start focusing on the habits that are going to create that result of chairman for you. Create a vision for yourself so that distractions don't matter. Most people, they don't have a vision. As we say all the time, without vision, people perish. The reason why they don't succeed is their vision is just to make it through the day. Their vision is to make it to the weekend so they can go to McDonald's, or they want to go to IHOP, have 3 pancakes, 2 eggs, and call it a grand slam, if you know what I'm saying, right? And then they want to go home and do Netflix and chill instead of Forex and chill, and they wonder why they're broke, tired, and depressed all the time. You got to guard your language, what you tell yourself every day. What you're thinking in your mind and what you tell yourself and tell your team is a reflection of your current reality and also prophecy for your future. The reality is that you got to be very, very careful the words that you're putting out there, because I'm telling you, they do affect you emotionally, physiologically, everything. They affect your energy. And so be very careful for people, for the people on your team, as well as for yourself, to use the right words that are literally going to prophesy your future. All right. Invest in yourself and your business. If you're not investing in yourself, what's through audios, going to the live events, those kinds of things, I promise, I guarantee you'll never be successful. You've got to invest in yourself. You've got to invest in your business. I mean, can you imagine Bill Gates not investing in his business? We wouldn't be talking about him and Steve Jobs and all these guys today. If those guys did it, then we got to do the same. We've got to invest in ourselves, and we got to invest in our business. We got to guard who we spend our time with. We always say that you become like the people you associate with. If you're associating with people who are negative, if you're associating with people who are not in support of your dreams and goals, you don't need to announce it to them, but you need to start distancing yourself from those individuals, because you've got to start hanging around people and listening to people and taking advice and wisdom from people who are actually where you want to be. All right. Very, very important for you guys to understand that. Don't ever tell anyone your plans. Like, sometimes people are like, I'm going to go and talk to, tell my spouse or my girlfriend or whatever what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to crush this thing. The reality is that you don't need to tell them anything. What you just need to do is you need to shut up and grind. Like, your spouse, they don't want to hear about your next thing. They've heard about 7 different companies you've been a part of and never made it happen.
They just want to know what they can buy that Gucci purse, Brandon.
Exactly. Exactly. The reality is that you just want to go out there and make it happen. You don't need to announce your plans to everybody, right? You just need to go and do it. I was asked last night, Brandon, what motivates you? What I've told people is I act in spite of my moods. That's one of my 12 prosperity pillars. I act in spite of my mood. I say forget motivation. Motivation is not going to smack you upside the head, and it's inconsistent. Motivation follows action. When you put in the action, motivation follows. So you guys need to realize, just get out there. Don't wait for motivation to hit you. You just go out, you create the right habits, and the right results are going to come for you. And then the last thing is that, winners are not people who never fail. They're just people who never quit. We got so many people who, when I talk to people about, how much time, how much time are you going to put into this? I just had a guy ask me today. He's like, Brandon, how much time is this going to take me? And I'm like, dude, the real question you should be asking is, what do I need to do to get to your level? Rather than how much time is this going to take me? Well, let me ask you, how much time a day you watching TV? Yep, 4 hours. How much time are you spending on your social media? Yep, hours a day. The bottom line is that winners are people that they just continue to go. You might get knocked down, but you're not going to get knocked out. They continue to get up every day, and they realize that, look, adversity, setback, and trial is a part of the process of success. We keep on going. We went through trials in my previous company, and even in IML, the guy who sponsored me left the company, almost tanked the company. I decided to stay, and here we are today. The trial and setback are to come for everybody, to everybody. And we want to make sure that you guys wake up every day, staying consistent with your goals and dreams. Make sure that your actions are in alignment with what you tell people on your social media. And I'm going to pause right there, because some of you are like, man, you're quoting freaking Les Brown, and you're quoting Eric Thomas and Joel Osteen, and you're just like, man, that dude, man, he's got a positive, optimistic. That person shoot, they must be crushing it. But your actions every day tell otherwise. Make sure that your actions every day and the habits you guys have created are truly in alignment with what you're putting on your social media. I can tell you, what I post on my social media, if you go to my Facebook right now, you go to my Instagram, I live what I preach. I live what I preach. We need to start living the stuff that we share on our social media. So guys, thanks so much for having me on here. I appreciate it. I'll come on anytime. Same with Steven. We'll come back, get you guys trained up, get our educators from IML TV for the web analyzer on here. We'll invest any amount of time. Just grateful to be part of the team, part of the company, and to be able to help you guys out. So Christian, I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Absolutely. It's my honor. It's my pleasure to have both these individuals on. And guys, I just want you to know this. It's not about me or any of the other people who have been edified back on this call, but I truly take pride in the last 4 or 5 years being an entrepreneur and networking all over the world of bringing you the best, right? That's my goal. My goal as a leader is to provide the organization with the best content, information, value, insight, energy, system, all the way across the board. And this 1% movement that we've now created within iMarkets Live, if you guys, haven't turned your notifications off in the chat, I'm grateful, but you might have to soon because this thing is growing every single day. And I'm so excited. So we're going to do round 2 of this. Guys, come prepared. I'll be announcing it in the Facebook group. I'll be posting this on YouTube so we can rewatch this. But come prepared with Steven. Come prepared for questions. Start using the web analyzer between now and round 2. Start using it, getting comfortable with it, and come with educated responses. Come with educated questions. Come with a testimonial, right? We got Alec on here. Alec has one of the best testimonies within our entire organization, and it is epic. Like, the dude has been posting. If you check the page, he's been crushing it, and it's been with the web analyzer. So I'm excited to see the results that we're here to create, guys. And understand this. Brandon said one thing that really stuck out. He said a lot of amazing things. I got a notebook full, Brandon, so thank you for that. But he said something that was important. He was talking about the first thing he said was investing in yourself, right? Daily personal development isn't an option. And investing in yourself isn't just the Joel Osteen, the Eric Thomas, right? The Eric Worre, all those are things. That's great. And you need to get that done. You need to do that. It's not optional. Investing in yourself is also, after this call, maybe going and paying the $15 and spending some time in the web analyzer. Maybe it's going on the harmonic scanner. Maybe it's going out and going back through the academy, in technical analysis or whatever it is. Invest time into the education you're paying for. And if you don't like paying for it, tell 2 people. Damn, it's just 2 people. All right, let's get this thing for free. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of your night. If you saw value, I'm going to make a post in the Facebook page. Comment your biggest takeaway in that post on our Facebook page. Steven, thank you so much. Brandon, thank you so much. God bless and have an amazing night. See you guys.